In today's video, I will be breaking down my October monthly budget. Let's get right into it. Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Nikki. If you are returning, welcome back. Now I have my budget workbook right in front of me. We're gonna go ahead and turn to the month of October, and your girl is gonna give you the rundown of how I set up my budget for the month of October. So the very first thing I do is I go to my undated monthly calendar. I fill it all in with all of the bills and expenses that has a due date on it. I put all of the information on here. The reason why I do it this way is because I have majority of my bills set up on automated draft, and this allows me to see what bills are going to be taken care of with what paycheck and on what date. It just kind of like it just keeps me on track with the bills, and I'm making sure that everything is taken care of. Now, the different colors on here represent the paychecks. So pink represent the last paycheck that I was paid in the month of September. Purple represent the paycheck that I'm going to get paid on October 10th. Blue represent the paycheck that I'm going to get paid with on October 24th. Now, once I write down all of the bills and expenses that's going to be taken care of with all of my paychecks, then I like to write out some money goals for the month. I'm always including some money goals for the month because it just allows me to know that I'm doing what I said I was supposed to be doing, and it just keeps me on track. It allows me to check off a box and just get that instant gratification, if that makes sense. So my 3 money goals for the month of October is to track my expenses daily, because I'm still on this 75 hard personal finance challenge. If you do not know what I'm talking about, I created a whole video on it. Your girl was overspending this summer or whatever, and I needed to get back on track, and I started a 75 hard in order for me to document me spending money every single day, me tracking my expenses every single day, me just staying in control of my finances and knowing where my money is going. So I'm gonna link that video after this one, so go over there and watch it. And if you want to start your own 75 hard personal finance challenge, just comment on that video that you are in so I can check back up on you, see how you are doing within your challenge. But the challenge actually ends this month. I'm so freaking happy that it is, because this posting content every single day has been whipping your girl butt. Not more so the content itself, is just the fact that because it is a personal finance challenge and because it's about spending money, this type of content I have to actually record every single day. I like to batch create. I like to do all my content in one day and then just spread it out throughout the week. But having to actually sit my butt down and take a shower when I get home from work and go ahead and film a content, so like sometimes I just don't feel like it. If you work a full-time job and you are a content creator, trust me, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. When you get home from work, you do not feel like doing other things sometimes, and I did push through. So I think the 75 hard personal finance challenge is going to be ending October 15th, and your girl is starting another challenge. Your girl is starting another challenge, but it's not going to be as strenuous as this one. Now, my second goal is to check in with my finances daily, because I want to make sure that I'm staying on top of these numbers. I want to make sure I'm within the budget. I want to make sure that I can afford the things that I'm putting on this paper or whatnot. Now, my dad, he's still in the hospital. Sometimes I have to go over there and see him, and, you know, all of the things. I'm in physical therapy too. So I'm spending more money on gas because I'm going over the budget in the gas budget and in food, because when I go see my dad, when I'm getting off of work, a lot of times I don't feel like cooking when I get back home. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't feel like cooking. So a lot of times me and my son, we eat out. And then I'm having guests coming in the beginning of this month. So I might be spending money. So I did up my budget this month. And you will get into the numbers when I get into that part, when we talk about my budget categories. But I wanted this. I'm saying all of this just to say, I don't know what a realistic amount of money for the gas is going to be, being that now I'm going to physical therapy. Now I'm going back and forth to see my dad and that type of thing. But because before $200 was enough, $250 was enough. So I did boost it up a little bit or whatever. So hopefully I can stay within the budget this month. And last but not least, 31 days of content. That's going to be my new challenge that I'm going to be focusing on. 31 days of content, because I want to make $10,000 per month in Q4. I did a video on that as well. I will link it after this video just in case you are interested in my strategy on how I plan on making this $10,000 per month. But your girl want to post every single day in the month of October, and I want to be linking things, because you can't make no money if you're not linking things, and I'm just not trying to get paid just from the views. I want to get paid from the affiliate marketing. I want brand deals. I want all of the things where I can actually monetize my content. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. That's going to be my content challenge as well. And I'll do a video on it too once we get kind of like, I guess, close into it, or I don't know. I might not do no updates or anything like that, because I like to talk about other things besides just, just the challenge all the time. But I probably will. Don't hold me to it. I don't necessarily know right now. Now, for the month of October, we come over to my monthly budget worksheet right here. And this is where I plan out all of the money, and I break everything up into budget categories. I have 7 different budget categories that I actually use, because those are numbers that I can remember. And I don't have all of these different, I don't have to say, well, iced coffee, I only want to spend $20 on iced coffee. I'm only going to spend $50 on out to eat. I'm only going to spend $200 on groceries. No, I just categorize it as food. You get what I'm saying? So I can remember a food budget of $300, just for example, or whatever, compared to trying to remember the frappe budget, trying to remember the out to eat budget, trying to remember the grocery budget. I just categorize it all into one, and I just remember that one number. So for income, I'm going to be budgeting my paychecks at the lowest amount, of course. So that's going to be $1,900. I get paid 2 times in the month of October. I'm going to be rolling over $1,750 because, of course, the mortgage is due. It's already taken care of with the previous paychecks or whatever. So I'm going to be rolling that money over. So that gives me a total income for the month of September of $5,550. Now, for my savings, we're still going to be doing retirement, investing in my Roth IRA. And the total for my savings that I'm going to be budgeting for is $557.56. The home category, which includes my mortgage and utilities, life insurance, short-term disability, phone bill, and aftercare fees for my son. That's my highest category. Now, it is 5 Fridays in the month of October, because that's when I actually pay my son's aftercare fees. However, one of those weeks is a fall break, and I forgot to include that on my monthly portion. So I just left that last Friday blank, because one of the Fridays is I wouldn't have to pay, because he's not going to be going that week. So my total for my home category that I'm budgeting for is $2,586.88. Now, for food and groceries, your girl ate up a budget last month, and she may eat up a budget this month. So I did raise it a little bit. So instead of $300, I'm budgeting $350 for food and groceries. Like I said before, this include anything that I eat is going to be included into the food and grocery budget. So $350 with food and groceries. Now, transportation, because this month is my birthday month. My birthday is actually October 25th. So I have to get emissions for my car. I have to get a tag for my car. All of the good stuff that people don't like to go and get. So instead of just budgeting for gas this month, which I'm budgeting $250. So I usually would budget $200, but I bumped it up a little bit, and I'm going to be budgeting $250 for gas, $25 for emission, which I think emissions is $20, but I want to leave some room in there just in case it's they charge taxes or something like that. And then for my tag, I think my tag is $20 or $25. I can't remember. We do this thing once a year. So just in case I have to pay taxes, they charge you fee for using your credit card or debit card or whatever. Anytime that they want to charge some taxes or additional fees, I like to put it inside of there just in case. So I'm budgeting $30 for my sticker for my car, which brings my transportation total to $305. Now, subscriptions. Now, I always go over my subscription, because your girl don't be knowing what's what. I be seeing $9.99 2 times, and I be thinking that it's one item, but I finally figured out what the extra $9.99 was for, and it's basically I got too many emails. Your girl do not check and clear her emails. I got too many emails. So one email is $1.99 that I pay for Google storage, and I got another email account, which is my Just Call Me Nikki account. That one needs $9.99, because I get a lot of inbounds in there for like them TikTok shop people and Amazon sellers and all of this spam stuff that is really coming inside of that inbox or whatever that I just have not cleared out. And maybe I need to just sit down one day and actually clear that out, so I don't have to pay a $9.99. But I also have CapCut on there as well, because CapCut, for some reason, it just allows you to do it from your phone. I don't think you can actually input a credit card or a debit card on the app or something like that, or the website. I don't know. It's just on my phone, and my regular debit card is on my phone, so that's probably going to be taken out of my account, or I may switch over to my content credit card and put that on file, or whatever. And then I have iPhone storage, which is $9.99. My phone storage is dang near full now. I just looked at it. So, and then I have a Beat Life membership that I'm a part of. So that brings me a total of $91.96 for a subscription. And that is a lot of money. Like, I'm trying to get my subscription down to maybe like $25 a month. No more than just that. So probably going into next month, next year, that type of thing, I might have to cancel some of this stuff, a whole lot of this stuff. I definitely got to get that inbox cleared out, because there's no reason why I should. I mean, Google Gmail is free. Why am I, like, just clear the emails. Just delete the email. You get what I'm saying? And stop paying this $9.99 and then the $1.99 for all of this, just not checking your emails. Last but not least is my debt category. Now, for my debt, I do have my Merit credit card. They charge me $4, a month, I guess, just to keep the card active or whatever. And I also, this time around, put student loans on there. Now, I'm working the debt snowball method. I already paid off one of my student loans. I am still trying to get the student loans forgiven, because I just hit the 10-year mark at my job. I have a government job. So I'm still trying to get it forgiven. However, I'm still going to be paying it off just in case they don't get forgiven. So this month, I'm planning on at least sending $200 over there. So I put $200 over there because I'm also dealing with the emergency room, saying that I still owe some money. So if that's the case, that I may owe some money, I might have to use my content money to actually go ahead and pay that hospital off, because I don't want to owe nobody, and I definitely don't want it to go in collection. I definitely don't want it to go on my credit report. I got to contact my insurance company to see what's up, see why they haven't paid and what's going on and that type of thing, and get this handled. So right now, I'm just going to only say $200 for my student loans, being that this is my birthday month. Like, I should be spending money on myself and not no student loans. I should be using that money for my birthday, but I really don't have no big plans. I may go out to eat. I may just chill at the house, that type of stuff. I really don't, at this age, I just don't really do anything big. But my total bills and expenses that I'm going to be budgeting for the month of October is $4,095.40. And when I take my income and subtract all of my bills and expenses that I'm potentially spending, hopefully I spend less than this, and hopefully I make more than this, or whatever. So that way this number, it can go up. But I am left with $1,454.60. And like I said before, I got to leave it just as like that, because I don't know what may happen with the gas budget, the food budget, if I may buy something for myself for my birthday or not. It's just because I'm filming this video so early in the month, at the beginning of the month, and my birthday is at the end of the month, I don't necessarily know exactly what I'm going to be doing, especially if I make more money. If I can make more money, I may just use that money as like my spending money, and then just be budgeting everything else as is. Let me know in the comments any suggestions on how I should do that, because a lot of times, I be telling myself that I'm not going to give myself any money, and I don't think that that's fair. If you're paying off debt, if you're saving money, you put money in retirement, you're putting money and investing, and you started a Roth IRA, just because you're in debt doesn't mean that you can't have a little bit of fun. Debt does not define me. Debt do not define you. And I want to start giving myself some money. I feel like it's okay to give myself some money, and I need to stop being scared about it, stop being shy about it, because just because you're in debt does not mean that you do not deserve any fun. So y'all let me know in the comments any suggestions on how I should work that fun in there, because I have been budgeting for fun, but I give myself $200 for fun for the whole month. It's like, girl, be for real. Like, be for real. Like, you need more than $200. Shoes cost $200, and you love shoes. You know what I'm saying? So, and I have a kid, and he like to eat out, and he like to do different things as well. And I don't want to be so restricted with everything. Like, I don't want to be restricted with everything, because I know I am handling the important stuff like investing, retirement, Roth IRAs, paying down debt, and that type of thing. I don't put money inside of a separate savings account for just my house now. It's just like I'm doing the important things, y'all. So give me a realistic amount. What y'all think? Like, should I'm really thinking about doing it this way though, because I feel like I could just go ahead and just take the money out right away if I do it this way. So say, for instance, if I'm budgeting my paycheck at $1,900 and my paycheck is actually $2,500, maybe I take that extra money and I give myself that amount of money. Now, am I going to go out and just spend $500, $600 in a pay period? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like if I give myself some money, I can use that money still to pay off debt. I can still use that money to put in my savings. I can still use that money to spend some of that money. But I don't want to necessarily keep telling myself, oh, you only deserve $200 this month, so that's all you're going to get. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments your suggestions, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.